It's happenstance. You know, the certain case goes to the Innocence Project and somebody gets out from death row based on DNA. Accidents by mistakes, not deliberate. What's going on with the Rockefeller drug laws?
Well, Catherine, I think we've talked about this for years now, but Tony's story really brings it to life. And it's a larger question. What should our policy be for drug offenders, nonviolent drug offenders, people who get tied up and make a mistake? Tony doesn't say...
Nonviolent
drug offenders. Tony doesn't say he didn't commit a crime. He says, I did commit a crime. But the punishment doesn't fit the crime. And we came up with these laws here in New York 30 years ago under Governor Rockefeller, the Governor Rockefeller laws. They were an overreaction at the time. People were afraid of heroin. And they came up with the harshest laws in the nation. And the thought was, well, if you scare people with prison, they'll stop drug use. We've learned now over 31 years that doesn't work. And the laws haven't changed to fit the time. All we're asking is look at these laws in New York, which are the worst, but think about it nationwide. If you're trying to stop drug use, if you're trying to stop low-level offenders who get caught up in this, should you really send them away for 15 to life?
And be selfish just a moment. What would it cost to keep Tony locked up for 15 years?
Tony Papa did 12 years, by the way. You think of the human cost. You had this talent in a cage when it should have been
$30,000 a year, maybe?
I bet you it cost $500,000 to keep Tony Papa in jail for 12 years. And for what? And for what? If the judges had the discretion, which they don't now in New York, it has to be mandatory minimum 15 to life. But if a judge had discretion who could actually look at the circumstances at the time and make a determination.
Let the punishment fit the crime,
That's right.
possibly?
And send a person to treatment, which, by the way, is 15 times more effective and about half the cost, you'd have a totally different system and a more effective system.